Hi there, Zainab. Welcome to the stream. I think you are the first one to join the stream. It's pretty quiet today, so and I'm getting bored, so what better way to end this boredness than starting a live stream and do some open source contributions. Alright, so here's update. Here's an update like our plugin is now has fully recognized by Google, and Google updates the description of this plugin also, and that's a great news because yeah, I guess so. I see you in every stream, and thank you for your support. It's really means a lot. Anyways, so what are the goals for today? Is just um, implement some features for this plugin, like we have to make the UI more flexible. More flexible means uh, let me just open the what we call it, assistant.nvim, that one. I work on this retransformation of UI before starting the stream, and I tweak the UI a little bit, but the UI will be the same. Nothing gets changed, but the UI is now be configurable by the user. Like our UI is just hard-coded UI. I mean, the user can change that, but to make this plugin more flexible, you need to provide some kind of configurations for the UI layouts. Like you can see in the fall keys, snacks.nvim. If you ever heard about the snacks.nvim, snacks.nvim. Yeah, so this is the layout configurations. So you can transform your layout, like this is a pickers layout. You can transform the layout in any structure you prefer. Like you can see the examples like here. Pickers are able to take any kind of shape, any kind of layout, which just the limitation is your thinking. You can see here is the layout, basic layout for the snacks pickers. This one is for the explorer, and this one is where is it? This is kind of a IV style, which comes in the Emacs, and there are also some select modes also. So pickers are very versatile in UI. So I want to create similar things to make this plugin more user friendly. So how are we gonna do that? First of all, previously we have two different kind of fields, which is one is pane configuration and other one is pane options. But this time I merge those in a single window class. You can see here, this is the window class, and every window has two fields like configuration and the options. Op- Options are the NeoVim window configuration format, and the configuration is just the user configuration. This user configuration will automatically transform into the options, uh, which is done by this update function. This update function will transform the configuration to the window options, which is recognized by the NeoVim built-in open window function. Yeah, I know you. Zainab, I know who are you. I mean, I think you are the same person. This one, I think. We are mutual on the GitHubs, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Just give me a minute. I'm just checking something. Uh, all right, so yes, I definitely know your name. You comes in every live stream also. So, leaving everything aside, just let's get to work. So, what we're gonna to do here is let me think about that. So this is the layout that we are using. This is the this is some ASCII art to define our layout. This is the basic layout, but I want to give more flexibility to the user, like split layout. You can see here. Um, if I go to compty test, I guess compty test is also a NeoVim plugin which provides uh, similar features like our assistant plugin, but it also provides like this two different kind of UI. This one is pop-up UI and this one is split UI. So I want to implement the same functionality, but in a more flexible way, because these two UI are also hard coded. I check out this code, the repository. I almost check out every single file in this repository, and what I found is just it uses I think NUI. Okay, so this is the library which he uses for creating the UI, but we don't use any kind of a UI library. We make everything uh, from scratch. So we have more flexibility to transform our UI, right? So this is hard coded UI, this is also hard coded UI, and they are just these UI are called by just this configuration, I guess. They use a simple split view kind of thing. They have a key for pop-up, and yeah, this is this one. If you turn this into the split, it will show the split layout. But I don't I don't want to limit the user to just these two UIs. I mean, I want user to create any kind of UI with the selected elements. Like you can see we have three kinds of elements here in the UI. One is task, logs, and actions. And user cannot define the layout of this. Like if like user want to maximize this window to like this one. Log should be only this one, um, this this kind of dimensions like this, and actions should be gone. I mean, the user don't want any actions. So I want to implement this kind of flexibility in this plugin. Like a user can play with these three layouts. I mean, these three layouts and transform them according to him, right? Yeah, you can literally contribute to the readme, because uh, I'm too busy to what we can say, I mean, this readme don't have full configuration for this plugin. I mean, there are some extra things to add, like actions, like features are not descriptive. I mean, the features is this much, but I want to um, add some screenshots, like video to um, showcase this plugin according to their functionality, like one small video for fetching the sample test, one video is for um, running the test, creating some test cases, and editing some test cases. Like, I want to improve this readme, but I don't have time. But if you want to contribute in this readme, you're welcome. Open source contribution are always welcome in this repository, because one person can't handle everything in the project. I mean, I'm just a core guy. I'm not good at these readmes, actually. Okay, go ahead and make some interesting things. If anything I want to change in your changes, I will inform you. Just sync your fork and start working on it. That's it. So what do we have? So let's open a new tmux window, and let's see, this is the task. The results are similar like previously, but the configuration is looks like this. Let me mute my mouse mic for a while. Alright, so let's get back to work. These are some window options. These are some window options like win highlights, and I want to create another UI, another window, which is, let's, what do we call it? The configuration name is for logs. I think Copilot suggest me the logs. I mean, the logs are not correct, I guess. Logs are not correct. So we don't want to set the row and the columns. We just want to make this logs related to the root window. So how are we gonna handle that? We just so this window is gonna be the right to the, what we call it, what we call it is tasks, I guess. Okay, miss colon here. So these are the tasks, right? But how are we gonna handle that thing? Let's open up the layout file, and in the update function, what we are doing for handling these things like rows and columns. So if the left, bottom, top, right, okay, this if condition will get executed, and I think this should be a number. This should be a number. So let me mark it, and where is the right property? Okay. So we should make those numbers, right? So let's transform the string into a number. No, it's an integer. So let's make them integer, and where is the bottom thing? So right should be matched with the root value. So let's see if that works. Why they are two overlapping? This is not expected. So what are we gonna do there? I think I should shift that chat to workspace 1 so that I can never miss the chat. Let's see, like this. Okay, let's quit out of NVim, and let's see. These are some overlapping here, and I don't want that. So why this overlapping happens at the first place? So this function, this statement gets executed, I think. Okay. So this is the ID 1, and if the ID is not 1, then we go here, and okay, this gonna be executed then. So what is happening here? Okay, they have the same row. Perfect, they have the same row, but the columns should be, wait, column should be wins of right count.code. Yeah, code is I think correct, but I think I'm missing something. Like the column factor is not working properly. Self.wins of count.right, then width. Okay. Oh, we got it. I think I got it. What the problem is, I think I just have to multiply the width with the total height and width of the layout, and I'm missing those things. That's lame. I think I should use opts for that, and that will work fine. So also here, instead of conf we should use options, because the options are converted into the new Vim form. So let's make them options, the same column. These are the options, these are the options also, right? This should be conf, and this should be opts. Same thing here. Let's convert them to opts. Right, so what else? Okay, let's try this. Yeah, perfect. Now we can see that the task and the logs are perfectly aligned. Sheesh. I'm kind of scared that I messed up something and the whole code gets breaked. Jeez, this is stressful. Okay, so let's see what else we have to do. I think we should add actions also. Where it is. So Copilot, give me some suggestions for action. Perfect. I mean, Copilot is not perfect at all. You can see it makes another mistake. It doesn't know about the top property. What? No. It could be bottom of the root. It should be the bottom of root. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying my best. But sometimes I'm got scared when I refactor the code and it doesn't work. Uh, that's a really hard situation to handle. I mean, the code base is now so bigger that if you make a single point of failure in the code, then you messed up the whole thing. And I didn't implement any tests on the UI uh, because I'm kind of lazy person and testing is kind of hard. You can see I just implement only one test, like TCP listener. You can see TCP listener is the only test. At least TCP listener never gets break, and if it's get breaks, then I inform by the CI/CD pipeline of the GitHub. So this is the bottom thing. Let's see if this works. Okay, it works perfectly, but we have to adjust the height. We have to adjust the height. Yeah, Copilot, I'm not sure. They both have some weakness and strength. To explain the whole code, I mean this whole code, you have to copy paste everything and give the full reference to the chat GPT to make it understanding more. You have to make a good reference to the problem that you are facing to the chat GPT before expecting any outcome. But Copilot can um, scan this whole code base and give me the suggestion according to its scanning. Like if I open the Avante AI and I'm using the provider GitHub, I can ask anything according to this code base, right? So it's have both of the AI have some weakness and some strength. But yeah, no one is perfect. Sometimes both of them sucks. So let's improve the heights, and I want to I want to make them center also. So how are we gonna do that? We want to make them center. All right. So let's go to layout. Okay, try it. Sure thing. Okay, let me see that. Screenshot. Yeah, ChatGPT is good on these like image extraction. Like it can understand so many things with the image, and that's a really cool part. Cool part about this LLM. So okay, So here's the window name. I want to center the window. So let me calculate the viewport. Okay, this is the viewport, and I want to center the first window according to this. Okay, so we have VH. This is the window config height, and okay, this is the height. Right, right. This is okay, but why it's not in the center? I'm afraid. UI init. This is the okay. Hmm. Boy, oh boy. I think I did some dumb mistake here. I guess. So these are the rows and columns, and I'm multiplying it with the row win highlight key value truncation. Can you explain what do you mean by truncation? Did you mean about when you highlight this? Do you want to short them? I mean, did you think that these lines are too big? I can do that, but properly close? No, I think they are syntactically okay. If it's not, then we got an error. Or I think I'm not understanding what are you saying, ChatGPT. Man, oh, the ChatGPT, the god himself. Yeah, sometimes the error addressed by the ChatGPT doesn't make any sense. Most of the time, the ChatGPT is correct, but sometimes the suggestions are doesn't make any sense. So okay, let's work on the row and the column. And row and column, okay, I should, okay, this is the height, and this is, we subtract it from the 100%, that means 1. And why we are multiplying it? Wow, ah, this sucks. Let's remove this multiplication. I don't need that. Okay, perfect. So what else? Okay, so let's try that. Everything looks kind of center, isn't it? Perfect. So let's bring back the old UI. Let's just adjust some height. The width should be 0.4. Height is okay. Height is okay. Or you can say 0.6. That means 60% of the viewport. And the configuration for, I mean, the logs should be 0.6. Logs should be 0.6, and this should be, what do we call it, 0.6 also. The height should be 0.6. No, it's okay to use ChatGPT like LLMs. I mean, it's also increase your productivity. If you uh, if you have cleared your concepts, that it's not a shame to use those. They are made to be used. Don't forget, the company invests so many money into those LLMs for the use of people. And if we don't use them, then it doesn't make sense for those um, startups and companies, right? So someone has to use those. So this is the width and this is the height, and now we have to, okay, we have to dx, no dx, not dx, it's dy, maybe dy equals to 2. Okay, dy equals to 2, and actions should be, the height should be 0, the height should be 0. And what we will do is dy equals to 2, I guess. And what could be the width? The width should be 0.4. I think this will bring back the old UI. Uh-oh, I think I messed up something. What is this? Height must be a positive value. But why? I know I pass 0 here, but I also pass the dy. That doesn't make any sense. So we have dy, this is 0. Wow. I mean, this should be conf. What I'm doing? And same mistake here, this should be conf. What I'm doing previously? Don't worry, Zainab, just push yourself as hard as you can in the programming, and everything will be fine. I mean, programming is a good journey. I mean, it is really interesting. There are so many highs and lows. I mean, I remember those times, like when I new to this NeoVim kind of drama. Like I'm in the first year, I think, first year of college, and I listen about this plugin from some YouTubers like the Prime Agent and other famous YouTubers, and they are using NeoVim. And at that time, I feel like I'm nothing in front of these programmers. I mean, they are flying through the code base, do some Git operations like ease. I mean, at that time, I really afraid of Git commands, and they are flying through these commands. Oh, you are in the 10th class, then that means you have a long way to go. Don't worry then, enjoy your 10th class. I mean, my best memories are attached with that standard. I mean, 10th class is best for me. College life is not that great for me, but yeah, 10th standard is literally amazing, because you are teenager at that time. You have so many boost up ambitions, and everything looks so good at that time. But now now everything sucks. Everything looks like a burden to you. Like in first year of college, uh, programming is fun, but now in the final year, programming is kind of a burden. Like if you didn't get the job, your programming skills doesn't matter. I mean, it's feel like something like that. Anyways, let's start with that. Okay, and again, height is a positive value. Line number 154, line number 154 is for, okay, don't need that. Okay, so we have height. I love programming also. I mean, programming is a really great tool. I mean, you can automate so many things with just your skills. I mean, I'm a I mean, not professionally. From first year to second year, or maybe okay, first year to third year, I'm a really great competitive programmer. But I didn't find any plugin which supports my, I mean, speed and flexibility to test those test cases, and that's why I made this plugin. And I love programming too. Nice. You already have 2 months of practices. That's good. Great. All right. So I think I messed up in the UI init file. I think this should be dh, not okay. But why there are two lines instead of one? Probably this should be one, I guess. Let's see. Okay, now it looks good. So let's also do that with dh here. What? I think I messed up again. Where? Height is a non-integral. But why? Height is not integral. That doesn't make any sense, right? So let's go to the layout, and we have dh here, and we have in count dh, and we have height here. Hmm. Okay, we have width here. What I'm doing here? I don't know. I mean, this should be opts. Am I drunk or something previously? I mean, I don't know what I write previously. This code doesn't make any sense. Like, now you can see is it works correctly. I mean, what? It's look like I using this AI, I think, to convert this code, and it makes some mistakes. I think this AI is confused in the options and the configuration. But it's okay. Let's see what else we have. Okay, we have rows and options. So okay, this should also be opts instead of conf. And we have left property. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. And what about this? This also. Yeah, the same kind of feeling to me. But stick with me, and everything will be okay. I mean, these are some just typos, I guess. Okay, everything looks correct right now. I think I should implement some tests for that to not break anything in the future. But first of all, I think we did a pretty good job on this update function, and resize function also get. Okay, resize function didn't need any change. This is the open function, which takes a name and it will open the window. This is the close function, and this is the find, and this is setup options. This is key. Okay, perfect. So what else? Okay, we need to resize the windows, right? Alright, so we need to resize the windows also. Let me check it. Is this responsive? Let me see that. No, it's not responsive. I don't know why. Man, why don't you responsive? Wait a minute. Let me do something. Like Lua require assistant.ui. I mean layout resize. Okay, now it's resized. And I got the problem. I mean this what we call it, this resize function is never been fired, so we have to set an auto command to set up the resizing. Okay, so where we should put that auto command? On the init side, I guess. When we are initting the options, we should set up the auto commands, I guess. Okay, that's something. Where we should put those auto commands? This is a layout related thing, and I want to add the auto command. Got some message. Come on. It's pretty annoying when you when your recharge it's out of limit and the company gets keep calling you for recharge your mobile. Okay. Okay. Okay, did you want to understand the code? I mean, how it works internally? If you're curious, I don't have any problem to explain this code. It's okay. I mean, it could be devastating at the first, but you will find out that this code is really easy to understand. I mean, it's not that a big of deal because Lua is a really easy language. It's pretty easy. Okay, so let's start over with the entry point. I think you are well aware with the init.lua file. I mean, init.lua is a special file which is automatically get initiated when any of the folder, let's say and okay, let me just open the file. Okay, this. So as you can see, this is the whole plugin code base, and this is the assistant.nvim. Let me full view this. So this is the assistant.nvim directory, right? And we have a Lua folder inside. This is Lua folder is really crucial. Okay, because this Lua folder resolves the module name. And what is the module? Module is just the assistant plugin. That's why you are able to, let me just Lua dd require assistant. When I put this, you can see init all and setup. There are two methods which is get outputted, and when I open this init file, you can see indeed we have two functions. One is setup and another one is init all function. So this is the Lua table which called m. This m table is written from this file, and this file has a special name called init Lua, and this already, I mean, this setup as a root file of this directory. I mean this file is lie inside this assistant folder, and assistant folder uh, um, gets initiated with this file. If you have this init.lua and in some kind of folder like this, then this folder points to this file, right? You don't need to, I mean, you can do that also, but like if you go to init.lua, I mean init, you get the same results. You can see init all and setup, right? So it doesn't matter if you run this command or you run this command, these are equivalent because init.lua is a special file. So when someone want to, I mean, I think you well aware with this setup function. Setup function is a pretty common function in every plugin, and every plugin should have this setup function to get set up at the time of plugin loading, right? So when you assistant and assistant.setup, so when you call this setup function, this setup function is also a special function in NeoVim plugin development, because I think you well know about this function, because it's automatically get fired up whenever you load a plugin, like with the lazy plugin manager, right? So this function set up everything like configuration, highlight groups, and TCP listener, which is another module. So on loading this function, I mean on calling this function, these commands are get executed, right? Whenever I called a setup function, this setup function is called by the lazy plugin manager. Whenever you load the plug, whenever the lazy plugin manager load this plugin, this will call this setup function, right? And this setup function when gets invoke, this init all function also get invoke, and these commands are set up correctly, like this is assistant toggle and this is the assistant one, right? So this is the syntax of creating the user defined commands like assistant. If you just do A and tab, you can see there are two commands, assistant and assistant toggle, which are set up by this plugin. You can create any kind of command with this syntax. This is the NeoVim API, which create user defined commands. So I made a assistant toggle and assistant. Assistant toggle is a deprecated command, and I will remove this command in further updates. But to show people that it is deprecated, I still use this with a deprecated warning, right? And this command invokes whenever you enter this command, and whenever you enter this command, and this function gets fired up, right? And where is this show function? This show function is inside the assistant.ui folder. So you can see this is assistant and the subdirectory is UI, and UI also have a init file. And you know, when we require this when we require the UI, this points to this init file. So let me open this file, and you can see, let me resize everything properly. Okay, I think this is the correct. Okay, you can see here, this is the whole code of UI, right? This pretty big file, but what are we doing is okay, this is the create method to create our UI, nothing else, right? This is the create function which creates our UI. And how it creates our UI, I mean, this is kind of a tricky part. This is an inheritance property. I mean, this is an inheritance syntax Because Lua uses only one data structure called table, uh, they don't have any predefined syntax to inherit two classes. So this is the function which inherit two classes by the concept of indexes. And I think this is the this is the bouncer, I guess. Bye. Okay, okay. I know these things are kind of boring, but I think it's these things are literally pays you off when you are try to learn those things, because this is kind of real software development. Anyways, bye Zenap. Continue forwarding with this new refactoring of this UI. Yeah, don't worry. Just charge up your laptop, and we will we will meet tomorrow maybe. Not sure. Just give some rest to yourself. I have to make this plugin more extensible. I want to set up the resize command. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. See you tomorrow too. If I live, because I'm not sure. There are so many ongoing tasks that I have to do. So I'm not probably available tomorrow, but let's see. Anyways, bye and see you tomorrow. Okay, so what else? Okay, we have to set up the commands, auto commands for the UI. Hmm. We just want to set up the auto command. The live timing is not confirmed, but maybe at the evening, like 5 o'clock, because it's the most free time for me. Um, okay, I should. What it is? I should resize them in the UI, I guess. On Vim resize. Okay, Zainab. Hmm. Uh-oh. Did I mess up something with this? I don't know. Okay, perfect. I thought that I mess up with the YouTube studio. Okay, okay, let's go. Hmm. Yeah, because you are in the 10th grade only and you have plenty of time. You should use that time wisely, because the 10th standard not come back after you pass the time. Just do some fun with your friends and make some memories. Okay, nice to hear from from you. Okay, I really appreciate I really appreciate that. So okay, so we should add a auto command vim.api. I think we should use api.nvim set create auto cmd. Okay, um when vim resize, I guess vim resized, and the callback function is just callback function is just a function which m dot layout resize. Thanks and good night. Good night to you as well. Have a good sleep. Okay, so let's open the UI and let's try to resize that. Okay, now it's responsive. No matter how much I expand this, it is resized. If I resize it, it looks good to me, I guess. But everything looks one level down. I think I should fix that. Okay. Okay. All right then. nvim create auto command. I think we should use floor values, I guess. Seal. So let's use floor value instead of seal. And let's see. Okay, let's try that. Okay. Okay. I think ghosty terminal is really a wild terminal. Look how much zoom it can create. This is too much. Okay, I think no one needs that much of a zoom. Let's open that here. Let me open another window. Okay, our plugin works perfectly fine with this layout also. Okay, what if for this one also? Let me split this also, and our plugin is working perfectly with this also. Yeah, that's good. And no one needs this small screen. I mean, what if we not lazy git, it's just lazy nvim. Let's zoom out this. Let's zoom in, let's zoom in, and this will get overlap, I think. Wow. Lazy.nvim is a really wild plugin. I mean, look at that. It doesn't get. You can see here. It doesn't get. Man, it doesn't get overflow. The UI is still working. You can close that, you can open it. Everything is working fine. That is really impressive. I mean, Falky, such a great developer. Alright then. How we can achieve that thing? I think this should be floor, this should be ceiling value, and this should be floor value, I guess. Yeah. So let's see. So if I open the okay, now this is overflowing. I think Falky also can mess up around with that. Okay, let's zoom out that thing, and you can see the UI is overflowing. Okay, if you, but you know what? Telescope can handle that thing. I know snack speakers is good, but not in responsiveness. So let me open the telescope, and you can see telescope is not overflowing. I like that thing about the telescope. Such a great fuzzy finder. Okay. Let me open the telescope. Yeah, it's perfect. But why I have telescope? Anyways. Telescope. Why I have it? Harpoon, telescope. I don't know. Looks like you are not falling to sleep. Welcome back. Okay. Zoom it in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Okay, and now it's overflowing. Why? Okay, let's go here. Okay, I have a call. Let me just sheesh, my superior told me that that was a mistake. I mean, mistake in this late night. Come on. Okay, why it's not responsive? I mean, it's responsive, but it's kinda lame. I think we can't make this fully responsive for every screen size because terminal have some limitations also. So let's just forget about this and let's moving forward. So this is that thing, achieving the UI. So let's commit that, I guess. So what do we change? What we have changed, we changed the layout file and the UI init file. Yeah. So what should be the commit message? Hmm. It should be refactor with a exclamation mark because it's a breaking change. Using Lua array instead of map for window. Use monolithic window instead of separate pane. Config and options ops are merged into um, AST layout window, right? Okay, that's perfect. We what is this actually? And what is the change in this? Are you joking? View port. Wait a minute. Something is wrong here. This is get layout port. Get layout port. Okay, that makes sense. But I didn't understand what I changed in this. Oh, okay. When I use the search and replace option, it changes all over the place. Okay, so we should commit those things. So it will be core thing. No, it's a refactor thing. Refactor thing with a breaking mark. Refactor. Rename from view to layout. Perfect, everything is committed. Now we successfully save our progress and Let's try to build something with that layout. So this is the UI init file. Let me just reopen that. Okay, let's open the UI init, and we have to set up those things also. What is this actually? We don't need these things. We need to create some actions. So actions, where should be those? It's a core functionality, I guess. So we should put those actions here, right? So let's push those thing here, and let's create a module and export it. And Copilot suggest me something. hmm to open the UI, well, Mm-mm-mm. This is the show function, right? So we should implement the show function here instead of UI. So let's open the UI init file. We have show function, I guess, here. Okay, we don't need those things actually. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, so let's put that show function, and what show function will do. Okay, let's create a layout here. Let's check out layout. Actions.lua. Yeah, it's importing those UI, so it's a good practice, I guess. So we should also use those things, right? So let's require that UI. But what are we doing with those UI thing? Hmm. Okay. Let's just not put here anything right now. Let's close this window, and we should refactor this also. Okay, this is the layout, right? So we should export this for the actions. What functions we have? We have only two functions, I guess. This is edit function, this is the pop-up menu. Okay, we don't need those things actually. We don't need those things, right? Yeah. also, and we can return that. Okay, we don't need this, not we don't need this, we don't need that, and let's just remove everything from here, right? Okay, we have some missing properties. Okay, don't need some utils and render. Okay, we have some wins. Did I miss some comma or something? No, I miss. It's not a syntax error. It's just a linting error. So what fields I'm missing? Missing required field in the type opts. Okay. So that's a silly mistake. I should go to opts and the opt should be optional, right? So let's delete that buff. Now the errors are gone. Perfect. So this is the new layout. Okay. I think we should use a module table and m dot layout. Wait a minute. M dot layout is equals to this, right? And let's just return that module. I guess this works. Okay, that's perfect structure, I think. Yeah, now we can put every kind of UI component here and we can export it from here, and we can use these functions, I mean these layouts, these UI components inside the actions. Okay, perfect. So what I have to do is just go to actions, let's import the UI, and UI is just Copilot is wrong. It's not UI, it's assistant UI. Require. Okay, let's function m.show. M.show is a function which opens. Okay, this is when in I pairs, and we should UI dot when. Wait a minute. AI dot I mean UI dot layout wins do, and if win dot actions. No, Copilot, you are wrong. What we have to do is just UI dot layout toggle window name, I guess. This is show, so let's open that thing. Window dot count dot name. So I think this will do the trick, I guess. So if I go to assistant init file here, and what should I do here? We should go to actions, I mean core actions, and in actions we should use the show function to show these things, right? And same thing here, core actions. So finger crossed, let's see if this works. Yeah, boom, it's worked. Perfect. Okay, so we are using actions. Using actions instead of UI, it's a much better approach, because now user have full access to the uh, all the available actions with just the name. Hmm. So it can open the UI, right? I think we can close it also, right? So let's try that. So Lua require assistant.core.actions and just do show. So it will show that, and let's do hide. It will hide that. Perfect. I mean, that is easy. Okay, that is perfect. Hmm. Okay, I think today work is done. We implement this. Let's just commit the changes. What we are done here. Okay. Using actions. Instead of UI components. Perfect. Okay. This is not a feature. This also refactor. Perfect. So anything else? I don't think so. Okay, it's time to wrap up the stream, I guess. Thank you for watching, everyone. It really means a lot. Yeah, so it's a good time to end up the stream. It's pretty late night, right? So